Good morning, everybody. RC Cooper here. Hey, listen, today we got a special show for you. Today, I'm going to listen to the people on Facebook that have said, hey, that's great, you catch a lot of really big fish out of your boat and your equipment. And I do, I use the best equipment in the world. But there's a lot of people out there that said they could do the same thing if they had the same equipment as I do. Well, I can't go out and give everybody a $70,000 boat and trailer and equipment. But what I can do is I can tone it way down and see if I can go out on a mystery lake in Massachusetts and catch them the same way I do out of the Shadow Hawk here. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take 2 rods, a pair of pliers, and 1 small tackle box. And today, we're going old school. We're going kayaking. All right, so today we're gonna be fishing out of the Freedom Hawk Pathfinder 14. Check this thing out. 14 feet of absolute kayak masterpiece. I've been in 1 or 2 in my lifetime. These things are pretty awesome. There's a few awesome features on this that I wanna really kind of display with you guys when we get out there, but we're gonna show you this when we get on the water. We're gonna get rigged up, figure out how to work this thing, and go catch some fish. So one of the awesome features of a Pathfinder 14 is this bar right here. For years, people in kayaks have only been able to sit down and fish cover such as this down tree. In the Freedom Hawk, we can stand up and get a better shot and better eye line on docks, trees, overhanging anything. So this stuff is pretty awesome. You know, you can kind of stand up on it if you want it. You know, you can lean into it. You can, get a pivot back and forth. So it's a really awesome feature that they put on this. And you can probably kind of pan out here and notice a little bit. We have a lot more stability on this Pathfinder 14 because of the back end of it has pontoons that kind of shoot out and help with that balance. So it really doesn't feel like, I mean, it's not as secure as, sitting on the deck of a 920 Phoenix, but I'm telling you right now, this is pretty secure. So, you know how we're gonna find out? We're gonna set the hook on some big fish today. And if you see me fall overboard, then hey, it's not as secure as I said it was. But if I can set the hook on some big fish and still stay in this thing while standing up, I'd say we got ourselves a winner. So let's get to work. Try to do that from your sit-down kayak. Get underneath this tree up here.
Oh, I could do that if I had a 70,000 boat.
Well, guess what? Didn't need 70 grand, did I? All right, I'm gonna turn around here right quick. A polyworm, Freedom Hawk, Kistler, in the house. Good God, man. Get that sucker like it owed him money. All right, we on the board. Nice little chunker, big jaw, skinny body. I don't know. Anyway, we in. One of the things that I'm doing here today is I'm skipping way up underneath this brush, and that's something that, the average cast, well, here I'll show you. I mean, the average cast, if he wants to get close to the shoreline, if you're in a regular kayak, imagine this not being here, look what happens here. Look at that tree right there. See, I'm limited to this, so I kind of got to do one of these numbers, and about 80% of the time, a guy like me that's used to standing up on a boat or whatever, we don't go over it. So I'm gonna be digging lures up out of that tree and this and that, and I'm gonna miss all these fish that are on this overhanging shoreline here. So with the Pathfinder, what I'm able to do is stand up and use my casting ability to skip up that lure up underneath the cover. Huge advantage in this. So, you know, give it a shot, and you know, you'll love it. I mean, this thing's awesome. I mean, it's for me. I mean, think about it. Look how you just pop right on up. So, this is the deal. You know, look at that. It's no longer are we just going way over. A lot of people will have asked this year. They've seen a few videos and stuff like that. You know, like what line are you using when you skip docks and stuff? And you know, I mean, I use a Gamma brand. I exclusively use Gamma, and I use everything from their braid all the way to their fluorocarbon. But for here, oh, he got me. For here, I'm using something called Gamma Polyflex, and this is a 20-pound line. It's a hybrid, and you know, it's got a lot of the abrasion resistance of fluorocarbon, a little bit of stretch like mono. It's nice, and it's a stiffer line, and it allows you to shoot that way up underneath the cover. So it's, to me, a stiffer line when fishing docks and heavy cover that's abrasion resistant. That's key, because it allows me more control, and I can shoot that way up in some of the tightest, most narrow spots that you can imagine. So that's where the fish live, that's where they are. That's what we've had to do to get them today. So Gamma Polyflex, I've always got it spooled on, no matter where I am in the country. Oh yeah. Quick release. That's 2 on board. Oh, God. Another item that Freedom Hawk offers is their seats are a little bit higher up, so it's more comfortable when you're sitting in the water and when you're paddling to and from each spot. Don't like the paddle? That's fine. We got you covered there too. We also have a motor mount for a trolling motor, and it's got a little spare battery compartment and everything in the back, so you can have a 12-volt battery on there. If you're like me, I'd probably try to put a 36-volt, 109-pound thrust on this thing and do about 22 miles an hour. But for those playing along at home, all you got is a 12-volt that's right on in. Another feature that we have, just kind of add-ons that go on to the push-pull. You know, we've got kind of another like little flat style push-pull, and you know, I mean, all this stuff just kind of slides right on in. It all fits nice and secure, nice and snug inside the compartment. We have a dry storage in here. You know, you got your watch, your wallet, your car keys, things like that, your cell phone. If you don't have an OtterBox, you can put it right in there. It's not going to get wet. But the big thing is right here is this ling post and these pontoons. I'm going to show you how to deploy these. And you know, if you're a kayaker, get out there, get in one of these things. You're going to fall in love with it just like I did. I'm used to, you know, rolling around in the best bass boats in the country. And I gotta tell you, this thing really surprised me. It's awesome, very stable. You can set the hook on it as hard as you want. You don't have to hold anything back. So now with a vessel like this, there's no more excuses of why one got away. You've got every angle at it. You should be able to get it.